Reparations for Black Americans have become a topic of intense debate across the United States, with states, cities, and leaders advocating for compensation to address the long-lasting effects of slavery. Recently, Representative Cori Bush, a Democrat from Missouri, introduced the Reparations Now resolution, which proposes that Congress allocate at least $14 trillion in reparations to descendants of enslaved Africans. Bush argues that the trillion-dollar figure includes the value of cotton produced by Black people and the lack of repayment since slavery. Economists such as William Darity Jr., a professor of public policy at Duke University, have estimated that reparations for Black Americans with enslaved ancestors could cost between $13 trillion and $14 trillion. While acknowledging the difficulty of getting a Republican-led Congress to accept reparations, Bush emphasizes the importance of keeping the conversation alive. However, public opinion remains largely opposed to reparations. Surveys conducted in 2021 by the Pew Research Center and the University of Massachusetts Amherst/WCVB-TV found that over 60% of Americans oppose repayment to descendants of enslaved individuals. Critics of reparations argue that it would be unfair to make current taxpayers pay for the wrongdoings of their ancestors. Concerns also arise about how city and state-level reparations would affect the rest of the country, potentially exacerbating existing equity issues. Implementing reparations is seen as a complex task, and there is uncertainty about who should be included and how the process can be successfully executed. Critics also raise concerns that granting reparations could open the door for other marginalized groups to seek compensation. Supporters of reparations believe that it is the responsibility of the United States to address the historical harms of slavery, which have perpetuated generations of racist laws and practices that hinder the prosperity of Black Americans. Some propose alternative solutions, suggesting that the focus should be on forward-looking policies that promote equal opportunity and justice for all. Investments in education, infrastructure, and social programs that dismantle systemic barriers to success are seen as a more prudent approach to building a more just and equitable future. Arguments have been made that the sacrifices made during the Civil War, resulting in the abolition of slavery, serve as a form of reparations already paid in full. Others argue that there is no one-size-fits-all solution to reparations, but there is a consensus that acknowledging the past and addressing its consequences is essential. Racial discrimination experienced today is seen as evidence of the need for reparations. It is emphasized that the effects of slavery are not a distant memory but an ongoing reality for many communities. Ultimately, there is no consensus on the issue of reparations. While some argue for specific monetary amounts, others believe that no dollar amount can truly compensate for the injustices endured. The discussion surrounding reparations remains complex and contentious, with no clear resolution in sight. However, proponents argue that addressing this question is long overdue and necessary for building a more equitable future.